Today on the channel, we've got from NECA and the horror of Dracula, the ultimate Professor Van Helsing. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rich Hansel, and today we've got a great figure right here. One of the great horror films of all time, 1958's The Horror of Dracula, starring Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. Man, what a movie. Anybody that does not like this movie has not watched it. They haven't really studied it and looked at the character work and all this fine acting. And I love the little twist that they put on it from the novel. But man, it is right up there with Dracula with Bela Lugosi. I will say it. I'm not saying it's better, but it is right up there. I mean, they're neck and neck, really close. I love Peter Cushing in this. Is he the best Van Helsing? Probably. It'd be hard not to say that, but man, NECA has put together this pair that we've been waiting for. Really, I mean, why not give us the Van Helsing from Dracula, the 1931 Dracula? I mean, why not? But they've done it with the Hammer horror of Dracula, giving us Van Helsing and his nemesis Dracula. Man, this is going to be great. Let's get into it. Let's check out this packaging. I've been sitting on this figure for almost a year now. I got it late, probably late last year. So it's been close to a whole year that I've been sitting on this. Man, I've been chomping at the bit to get it open. But let's check it out. Awesome poster art here. Horror of Dracula. We get Christopher Lee's likeness right here. Get these bats flying over. Look at the blood dripping off of Dracula right there. Oh, that's awesome. We get Peter Cushing, and look at this. He's getting ready to drive that stake in there. He's got the hammer. He's got the stake right there. Going to give her the business. And it says Technicolor, and it says Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, Van Helsing Ultimate Action Figure. Look at that poster art. Does that not make you want to go see this movie? Got the castle back here. My gosh, that's awesome. Checking out this side, we get our action figure, Hammer. Yes, Hammer. Hammer Horror, one of the great production companies ever. We get Van Helsing, Horror of Dracula. Get that blood dripping off. We get NECA right there. This side, the same thing, NECA, Hammer up there. Warnings, copyrights, labels, barcodes, the makers of this action figure right there. So awesome. If you can't tell, I'm super excited about this. On this side, we get Horror of Dracula and get some of our poses that we could do with our action figure there. How about that? Top, you get the blood dripping off Dracula again, NECA, Hammer, Horror of Dracula, and we get Peter Cushing as Van Helsing there, and we get the warning for choking hazards and 17 years of age and over. When we open it up, look what we get. We get our action figure there, and then we can see all that goodness in the box right there. Wow. Man, this is going to be great. I am stoked. All right, we're going to take him out of the bottom as I do all of my NECA figures. Get this knife in there. Pop it in here. Pry this open. There we go. Here we go. We're going to pull it out, and there he is. Empty box there. We do get a backdrop, of course. There's the empty box. Got our backdrop right here. Ooh, look at that. Looks like the Dracula's castle right there. Nice. All right, we'll sit that out of the way. And here is Van Helsing in his plastic coffin. Woo! All right, we're going to start with these accessories. So we got an accessory cap right here. I love that. Keeps your accessories in place. And we'll check out these hands. Oh, man, we got something on the bottom. We got to get this out of here. This is a extra torso, so you can take the jacket off of Van Helsing. Can you believe that? Wow, the things that NECA'S doing now is blowing me away. All right, these extra hands, we're going to get a right and a left fist. Oh, no, I'm sorry, these aren't fists. These are tight gripping hands. Yes, gloved gripping hands. Got them gray gloves on. Look good. But they are actually, I believe, the thumb and forefinger or thumb and pointer finger are fused together. So that is for probably the stake and the hammer, I would imagine. Set them aside. Next, we're going to get a little bit wider gripping hands. Right and left wide gripping hands. Same glove on, but this is probably going to be for your candles, maybe your cross, and your bundle of stakes maybe. But man, yes sir, got 4 extra hands. That's it for extra hands. Next, we're going to get these, look at these big candles right here. Now, if you remember in the movie, he did this and made a cross out of them. Was that awesome or what? Yes, I love that movie. I love it. I think I'm going to watch it. I think I am. As soon as this is done, as soon as I'm unbox this, I am going to watch The Horror of Dracula. This has got me pumped up. All right, we got another accessory cap here. Woo! Pull it off. Set that to the side. Oh, I said we were out of hands. Well, we're not out of hands. We got some tight bare hands. Yes, tight bare hands. No gloves on these. And I just noticed he's got a ring on the pinky finger. Yeah, looks like an emerald or something. A gold ring with an emerald in the middle of it. I believe that is green. So there we go. Looks good. Next, we're going to get this. Whoop, popped out on me. We've got this little cross. Yeah. Got to use that against Dracula. Absolutely. Now we're going to get this hammer. And I hope this hammer feels good in his hand. Not too small. There you go. Got the hammer. Ooh, does that got wood grain on it? It does. I don't think you can see wood grain on it, but that's all right. I just hope it's big enough in his hand. Next, we're going to get a wooden stake. Ah, yes. Got to have a wooden stake when you're trying to kill Dracula. So we got everything going on here. Everything. And then we're going to get a bundle of stakes. Don't want to run out of stakes when you're fighting these vampires. So you got 4 more stakes, and they are all fused together. So you're not going to lose all those. Good. And that is, oh, I'm dropping the candles here. All right, we're going to jump over to this one. We'll slide our figure there, and we have his torso in there. So this is going to be so you can recreate your scene of the big fight at the end of it, the big battle between Van Helsing and Dracula. So we will turn it over. We'll have to cut it out. All right, got that cut out. Flip it over, and here is that torso, empty coffin right here for his torso. And we'll look at this real quick. We'll pop. We're going to definitely pop this onto the figure when we're done. So here's another extra set of hands. These are kind of just relaxed looking hands, almost a handshaking hand. He's got a tie on. He's got this leather vest. His shirt sleeves are rolled up. He's getting ready for business right here. Yeah, there is no butterfly joint in there, just that hinge on the shoulder, and they do go all the way around, and they get you about a 90-degree angle, and the wrists go up and down. Looking good. I cannot wait to get this on our figure. Let me get these scissors out of here. They're probably distracting. All right, we're going to bring this back over because we're going to pop his heads out right here. And we're going to get this one first. This is no hat. And this is, man, this looks a lot like Peter Cushing right here. A lot like him. Look at that. Look at that head. Man, and piercing blue eyes. Woo-wee. Yeah, I am excited. I am super excited. All right, now we're getting this grit and cheese. He's about ready to drive that steak into Dracula right there, right in his heart. Yeah, look at that. Hair's messed up from the big fight that they had. Holy cow. Again, the blue eyes, gritting them teeth. Very nice, very nice. That is going to be it. That's it. All right, and we're down to it. We're going to flip our action figure over here and cut all these ties. Now that we've got Dracula from the Horror Dracula, we got Professor Van Helsing from the Horror Dracula. I would love, because I think it's the best rendition of any Jonathan Harker. We need John Van Eysen, the actor that played Jonathan Harker in the Horror of Dracula. Man, this guy was awesome. The best Jonathan Harker in any movie. I guarantee it. There's no better Jonathan Harker. He was already a vampire hunter right out of the gate. That's what we get, is Jonathan Harker going to try to kill Dracula. All right, we're going to flip him over. I think I've got it all cut out. Maybe not. I think I got... Man, he is really tied in here. Yeah, John Van Eysen. We need that action figure next. Jonathan Harker. Oh, he's coming out already. He's ready to get out of here. Let's get these ties out of here. We're going to grab Professor Van Helsing by his toe, pull him up, and Van Helsing has been resurrected. There it is. Ah, damn, it feels good. It feels good in hand. Woo-wee. Now, we can look at this articulation, I guess, real quick. It's the same as all of our NECA horror figures. Now, I don't open much of anything else NECA other than horror. I don't do the turtles or none of that stuff. So, for me, I don't know if those are different from these, but yeah, these are pretty standard. Head go all the way around. Let's see, head pops off pretty good. Doesn't have that great pop, but it comes off. Yeah, looks good. I'm sure it's got all that articulation on under here. Now, we will be able to take this coat off, but let's look at him in this outfit right here. Now, the hat doesn't come off, and we don't need the hat to come off because this is almost the same exact head sculpt, but without the hat. So, very good job. I don't need this hat to come off. I like it. I like it just the way it is. Got the scarf up under there. Got the fur coming around that's lining the inside of his coat. Man, this coat looks good. It's kind of that pliable plastic rubber stuff right there. Again, the piercing eyes on his mouth closed. He's got his gloved hands coming down. He's got black pants and nice shiny black shoes. So is there anything that... I don't think there's really anything we need him to hold here. Maybe we can give him the cross. Can he hold the cross? Yeah, there you go. Look, he's holding that cross. Man, oh man, this is awesome. Very, very good. All right, now what we're really waiting on is to get him in this other outfit. So we're going to pop the head off. We're going to try to pop these legs off here. Not sure how to do this. Oh, there it came. Buddy, I really had to pull on that. So there you go. There's your torso with your coat on. We'll set it right there. Stands up real nice. Now, here we go. This is what I want right here. If they didn't give us that, I'd have been all right. But, man, did they give it to us. They gave it to us. All right. Oh, it is tight to get on there, but it is on. Man, this is coming together, too. Coming together. What head? Let's start with a regular head first. I can't believe it. I cannot believe how good this looks. Holy cow. Let's see. Will he stand up? Kind of got to get him forward. There you go. He's standing up. But if you can't get him to stand, he does have a hole in the bottom of the shoes. Now let's look at him. Yeah, this is what I've been waiting on. Again, let's get this cross in his hand. ward off these vampires. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. All right. Now we're going to change his hands around. Let's see what we can get here. Can we get, let's try we're going to go with the tight gripping hands, because I think this is what's going to hold our hammer and our stake, which we need to kill Dracula. That's right. We got to kill Dracula. So we need the stake. Oh my God. Get the hammer in his hand. Come on. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it in there. Yes. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Now he's going after the lady with this, Lucy. So this is exactly what I would want right here. So he's going to drive this stake right into the vampire Lucy and just bam. Oh boy, look at the hair. Look at the hair. Okay, we're not done yet. We're not done yet because we need the standoff. We need the standoff with, that's right, Dracula. All right, now that we have drove the stake through Lucy, we've got to take, yep, we got to do it. We got to take this off, back off. We've got to put his jacket back on. There we go. I think I got it up in there. Now we got to get our messed up hair again. Now, one thing I will say that we probably need that we didn't get is his scarf to be able to pull out of his jacket here, because in his final scene, he is going to, if you remember in the final scene, he jumps up, runs across the table, grabs the curtain off the window, and the light gets Dracula, and it hits him, and Dracula goes down, and he starts burning. And to get him to get in that sunlight, Dracula makes the cross out of the candlesticks at the very end of the movie. All right, I think I've got the candles in there. Is he going to be able to do it? I don't know. He may not. Look at that. I did it. How about this? Huh? Can you believe how awesome that looks? He's making the cross. He's getting Dracula. Now we have to do it. We absolutely, have to do it. We have to get out our Dracula from the horror of Dracula right here. I got it. I did open this up last year, and I think this was this runner-up, or did this win best figure of the horror season last year? It was either the winner or the runner-up. And, man, this was awesome. I will say I do probably like this one, the Dracula, better. But, man, that Peter Cushing is really good. So we got to get out Dracula here. And I just can't not. You got to put his cape on, you know. You can't not have his cape on there. So we're going to pull this up. Pull this head off. Let me look at our head sculpts here now. Which head sculpt do we need? Yeah, it's going to be this one. It's definitely going to be this one because his hair gets messed up too. He has Van Helsing down. He's about ready to bite him in the neck, if you remember that scene. And Van Helsing opens his eyes and he throws him off, and then he runs across, like I mentioned, and gets that curtain off the window, and here he is. Oh my God, we're recreating it. What a scene, what a scene. What two figures? Look at this. This is awesome. I don't know if it gets any better than this. Now, I will say, if NECA gives us a Universal Monsters Dwight Frye as Renfield and a Van Helsing Edward Van Sloan playing Van Helsing, man, that would go a long way to topping this. But I just don't see it. I don't see, how can you top this? What a scene in the movie, that very last scene, and he's standing over him with that cross made out of 2 candlesticks. This is $70 worth of action figures right here, and it is well worth it. Well worth it. So go out and get this Professor Van Helsing by Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, Dracula, from the Horror of Dracula. You are not going to be disappointed. This is awesome. But that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. We are into October now, and we are going camping. So as I'm filming this, it is October 1st. So there is no internet while you're camping. So we have to get my videos up and schedule them to be released at certain dates. So that's what's going on now. But I hope you all have an awesome, awesome October and spooky season. But for Van Helsing, for NECA, for the Horror of Dracula, for Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, till next time, oh yeah.